path of reaching your goals, then you are 8-man strong.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hi, this is Keenan McCardell, and you're talking sports with Randy Harris.
Hi, we are back. First hour almost completed. I saw as I was getting ready to head into the studio, which I got a big kick out of. I'm sure it's been done before, but it's the first time that I saw it. Everybody has rookie hazing. You haven't gone through it yet, but at some point maybe we'll put you through it. We did it obviously
being on your Facebook messengers. I've been hazed.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So in the NFL, they have the rookies sing. Okay, it's well known, and I'm curious, what song would you sing if you had to, and you had to get every word right?
Gives You Hell by All American Rejects.
Okay,
that's my go-to karaoke song, and I dedicate it to my ex-wife.
I would do the Chicago Bears Super Bowl Shuffle.
Okay. Well, we're going to have you both do that. I don't know about trademark, but I would do Happy Birthday. Be smarter than most because you know the words. So the head coach of the Carolina Panthers, Dave Canales, was here in Tampa Bay last year. He sang. Now, I don't know if he did it, because he's a rookie head coach, which is kind of cool, or that he's the head coach, and if you're going to do it, kind of Vince McMahon, I'm not going to have you do anything that I won't do. I just thought it was really cool, to watch the head coach do it.
Speaking of hazing, Styles G. White, your boy, didn't appreciate my comment about the Carolina Post, because he's moving. He played for the Buccaneers, lineman, moving to North Carolina.
He didn't like the lineman?
Well, I just made a reference that all good people or athletes go to Carolina to retire. Like, like Jordan with the Hornets, and McCoy with the Bucks, and everybody just goes to North Carolina to retire. So even
unless you're a NASCAR player.
So apparently,
not to correct you, but it's so much fun. Gerald McCoy, I believe, ended up in Dallas.
Wow.
Okay, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Good story, that's right.
but nobody.
That's Radio 101, Eddie.
But nobody's career goes to North Carolina to flourish. Like, nobody goes there and becomes a star. Cam Newton declined. Everybody declined.
That's not necessarily. You're talking NFL specifically.
Of the whole state. Nobody.
No, but I mean, that's the headquarters of NASCAR.
Well, I mean, they only go left. It's so limiting. like they don't even use the right turn.
Just so you know, I love proving you wrong.
I mean, the best thing that ever happened in North Carolina was when Jordan left.
The 2025 notable Pro Football Hall of Fame candidates. The first name on it is a Carolina Panther.
Who?
Luke Kuechly. Well, you don't
say that 5 times real fast.
Yeah, I know, and I'll say it, and I'll say it differently every time.
Lululemon.
Here's some other names, and I know you're not an NFL guy. I don't know how much NFL you are. Eli Manning, Earl Thomas, Marshawn Lynch, Adam Vinatieri, Clay Matthews, Terrell Suggs, Joe Staley, Vernon Davis, Aqib Talib, Ryan Call, and Marshall Yandy.
And they're all going in.
No, these are all first-year eligible.
Okay.
You always have somebody that's the first-time ballot, and I don't think Eli Manning is a first-time ballot. I don't think, but he probably will be.
Marshawn Lynch, perhaps.
I think Adam Vinatieri.
Oh, Vinatieri,
is he better be a first.
Yeah.
But the problem is, and that's why it took Ray Guy forever, which again is against my Hall of Fame thing. If you don't make it in the first couple of years, you shouldn't be eligible. But Ray Guy deserved it, but they didn't want to put punters in. They didn't want to put kickers in. So, if Adam doesn't go.
Vinatieri has won how many Super Bowls by himself?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Colts, the Patriots. That guy's amazing.
So, that just wanted to.
What a great kicker he was. And what a nice guy, too. I interviewed him after he won the Super Bowl in Miami. And I was on the field. What a great time I had doing that.
Breaking news.
I got some breaking news, too, but go ahead.
Well, you're talking about the Colts. I actually screenshotted a Colts player to talk about on the show, Jonathan Taylor, wearing a Guardian cap in-game. So the protective cover for the brain, he actually wore in actual game. Are you good with this?
It's the new thing.
Well, but do you like it? Did it take away from?
No, we want them all to get concussions and die.
But that
was satire. Of course, I don't.
But like we know that the barbaric brutality of bare knuckle is what makes it alluring. Hearing flesh hit flesh, not a boxing glove, makes it more brutal. The hits,
but safer.
But the NFL, the brutality of just knocking guys out.
It's train wrecks.
Brantley, knocking people out on the sideline. Now that they're doing it from a protective measure, does it change the gameplay for the fan? Does it change the league for what built it to its success at its pinnacle.
That's a really good point. I don't know the answer to that question.
Oh, I know the answer.
It's not going to change the game.
The game's been changed for years.
Yeah.
It's flag football. You can't tackle. You can't hit. So yeah, why not? And the thing that always drove me crazy, as I covered the NFL for as long as I did and still do, is you would get fined for a John Lynch hit, for a Lester Hayes hit, for any of those names that you want to mention. But every year the NFL came out with the 2019 greatest hits.
Right.
So they're making money on telling you not to play. So yeah, it's
and look at the game plan.
protect yourself at all costs.
Like people wouldn't run across the middle of the field because it was so
Of
risky.
John Lynch.
Right. Like it was such a dangerous way just to get a couple yards or a first down. Now that they're safe, the gameplay, the offensive calling is different because they know it's not
For
going
sure.
to be the brutal hits anymore.
I don't know if you had receivers tell you this. I have. Receivers have begged the defense, hit me in the head.
Yeah.
Don't hit me in the knees. Because if you can't hit him in the head and you can't do this, you've got to go low. I mean, what are you going to do? But they're like, please, I'll deal with the concussion.
Yeah.
You take out my knees. Look, Minnesota just lost their quarterback. Knees.
Chris Collinsworth told me I was again another Super Bowl I was covering, and we were all staying in the same hotel, all the sports guys, and he was a great guy. We were just hanging out with Chris Collinsworth all night long, and he said,
Did he die?
He said no.
Oh, he said it was like I thought.
He said
Maybe
that
expired.
the scaredest he ever was going across field like this, going for a catch, knowing that somebody's going to hit him
Yeah.
so hard. It's like a rocket's going to come across the field and break all my ribs.
But a lot of old school players say that's football.
That is football.
You know, not cheap shots, but it's hits.
But is the Guardian cap like the modern day face mask in hockey, where the guys who are the ones that like the puck to the face, that losing teeth is a badge of honor, it's a bravery thing. Does it change the locker room atmosphere where you're not as tough as
we're past that.
You're not as strong.
I agree.
Really?
We're way past that.
Are we really?
Yeah. And partly, and this is just my opinion, part of that is, when a couple guys came out of being gay, and there was no backlash that we all expected, that everybody said you can't come out. And then as this new world, it's more acceptable.
I mean, you have retired football players who say, I won't let my grandkids play football.
Yeah, well, a lot do.
Yeah, and that says a lot right there. So I don't think the Guardian's going to change any locker room
And they wear it in practice.
dynamic.
I mean, it's worn every day in practice by many. I don't know if it's mandatory, but a lot of them have it on all the time. That's the game is being changed to protect players, but some of these rules, I think, are taking away what football is. Some of those hits. The new...
Listen, I don't know if you guys have ever taken a head ball in soccer.
Yeah. People don't realize.
That is crazy.
That should be banned.
That should be banned.
Yeah.
I'm not even a professional player, and I headed a ball once, and I saw stars.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, oh
Yep.
my goodness. Can you imagine? What's that?
You had a vision of me.
I had a vision. I had a vision of Steve Linné.
It did look like Jesus.
Could look like Jesus.
Looking up at the
Go
sun.
into the light, Carol Ann.
Could we maybe get a vision next time our producer talks that he puts the headset on so that everybody can hear? That's all. That's all I'm asking. But no, it's a legitimate, and I think it'll be more hate, if that's the right word, which it is, coming from the stands than in the locker room.
Yeah, it's always easy for people who never played a
Right.
game. Just like people who never been to combat, they criticize, the military. Come on, guys.
The PTSD and, how can they be?
Yeah.
I never realized, as you all know, I was in the military, wasn't in wartime, not my fault. Luckily, there was no war. The first time I played paintball, as stupid as this sounds, and I was caught behind these 4 barrels, and paintballs are just being I kind of had a flashback like this is what it is. The only difference is if that paintball hits me, it's not even going to hurt because we're so protected. But if it was a bullet, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
And it puts you in a weird sense of perception
It does.
of what it could have been and is.
I don't know if you watch stand-up comedy, but Shane Gillis is killing it right
Yeah, he
now.
is.
Friends with Joe Rogan.
He is.
He has a bit where he
He's
talks
so
about, if you ever want to know what it's like to be like a normal guy in a war, he's like, like people shoot and they move their feet and it's not awkward and you feel it. But that's really what it is. Like you have no idea unless you're actually in that scenario
Right.
what it feels like. But paintball is a very
And you still don't know because you know, right? But if you can just kind of for a second say if this was and kind of play that out, but it's still a paintball,
right.
There's morons that run around with no protective because it's just a paintball. These are real bullets, and that's why I always kind of get offended when it's like, yeah, war is this or you do that, or my comment when two fighters, and I hate when they say we're going to war.
Right.
There's no bullets flying. You're not going to war.
It's a competition.
It's a competition. I got to still decide if I'm okay with the word battle,
Right.
but that's still better than saying I'm going to war because you're going home no matter what. Hopefully, going home no matter what. The deaths, and where I stand with I'm willing to die.
Yeah.
In the ring. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
If you were told, this is my opinion, if you're told you are going to die in this fist fight tonight, how many would really go and do the fight?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
I would get tasered on national TV.
Oh, I saw.
Well, yeah. Yeah. How's that feel?
It's the first thing in this stupid chat of the four of us that I've enjoyed. Just because of who it was. John Stewart talking about you on pretty big. You were on big TV, but he was big TV as well.
He was very big TV, and I never lived that down. Let me tell you, people would come up to me all the time like and I used the F word on national television. That's why they beeped it out.
But speaking of shooting, I mean, did you see the Olympics? Like they have so much lasers and eyewear and sights and is that really?
Well, that's why that one guy who won the gold, he didn't have any.
Yeah.
The Russian guy, he just had his gun and he was shooting and he won the gold.
If I was Matt, just saying, if I was Matt, I had the great line to say. And both of us would have looked at him, and you would have used the F word again. What's wrong with you? But I had the great comeback for that. But zero chance.
Say it.
Zero.
Don't be afraid now.
No, it's a typical Matthew.
Just say it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Come on.
You teased the guest, and it was Bo Hazard, what?
Duke.
Bo Duke,
Right.
And now you're teasing this, and you were never going to find out. It's probably not even a funny one.
Oh, trust me, it is. No, trust me, it is. Or we could talk about the Australian breakdancer.
Oh my goodness. All right. So I thought that this Paris Olympics was really good.
Yeah.
I liked the competition. I liked the production. I thought the closing ceremonies was great. And I'm glad I didn't say anything on Facebook. I was going to be like, this is the best Olympics ever. I was really excited about it. And I was going through my Facebook feed, and so many people hated the Olympics. Oh, a man's boxing a woman and all of this stuff. I'm like, why do people have to always go to the negative?
Well, the irony in it was that just Sha'Carri Richardson, who won the gold medal, the track star, right, was banned from the 2020 Olympics for marijuana, right? And the spokesperson of the entire Olympics is Snoop Dogg,
right?
Who represents weed more than Snoop Lion,
right?
So it's just ludicrous that in 4 years they demonized her, they took away her opportunities, and now here they're praising a guy.
It's the look of the Olympics, though. We'll talk about it hour number 2. This is Knockout Radio coming to you live from the Cool Breeze AC broadcast facility. We'll be
Hey, this is Erasmus James, and you're talking sports with Randy Harris.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
8 Man Strong is not simply about the biggest or strongest. It's about those who have survived true lows, suffered